why do we still know so little about how the brain works? And can't have robots that are human-like, that you can talk to, and that can cook and clean and walk around in our environments? For that, it's important to understand what is the predominant thinking and what may be holding us back. McCulloch-Pitts neurons has been the cornerstone of our thinking about neurons and computations since their introduction in 1943. This is a simple model boiling down neurons to weights and sums and inputs that are multiplied through. How the particular weights come into existence is not trivial, and what are correct weights have led to different paths. In neuroscience, there's a belief that neurons connect in a simple way. What fires together wires together, spawned by Donald Hebb in the end of the 1940s. It was quickly realized that this strategy does not work for the long term. Mechanisms were designed to normalize weights that became too strong, and this led to more complex mechanisms, such as algorithms with cost functions, designed to create weights that will do useful work, and spawned a whole field of computer science. This approach has been successful and allows computers to do many amazing new things, but learning through cost functions is not as flexible as the brain. It requires huge amount of data and patterns to be presented in certain ways that are not natural. For example, it's not simple to learn data as they come. Data has to be randomized, effectively shuffled like cards by casino dealers, and learned in batches. This is why we can't have robots that interact with us. Moreover, from the biological perspective, not only has finding evidence of these cost functions been difficult, such methods to rehearse have not been found as well. So, using McCulloch-Pitts neurons as a model of the brain is like shoving a casino into the neurons. So what is missing? Why has modeling brain recognition through McCulloch-Pitts neurons and Hebbian learning has not had much success since 1943? Clues exist which suggest McCulloch-Pitts neurons may not exist in isolation. Instead, may be constantly regulated through presynaptic processes governing homeostatic plasticity. That's a bunch of big words. This means that the inputs are adjusted based on the outputs. In this study, they experimented by making neurons fire stronger. And what has been found is that over time, the neurons fire less. It's as if they are regulated. Thus, the presynaptic neuron must know about the output neuron in order to adjust the signals it's sending out. Moreover, many mechanisms seem to contribute to this regulation. So it must be very important for the neural system. So maybe the core unit is not a McCulloch-Pitts neuron, but a neuron coupled to its free synaptic feedback neuron in a regulatory way. Moreover, this must have a role in real-time processing. And this is what my research is about. When neurons are configured in regulatory feedback, Hebbian learning is all that's needed. It is possible to learn and add new information without changing unrelated weights. Moreover, you also see brain-like phenomena in this sort of model like network-wide bursting. So this is a very promising approach forward. Unfortunately, I've had a very hard time obtaining funds for this research because it calls for change from something that has been around since the 1940s. And a degree in electrical engineering computer science, or a PhD in neuroscience, or an MD in medicine focusing on neurology does not seem to make any difference. So if you're interested in this type of research, please call your congressman to support this type of approach. Thank you.